You are listening to Shaoni, Born from the Light, by Iowan, read by Kevin M. Connolly. Chapter 23. Love, the number one energizer. Have you ever experienced something wonderful, then look around and see the whole world bathing in beauty? Or did you ever experience something bad happening, then turn around and see this same world had changed into a dull, gray, awful place? Any idea how this could happen? They had arrived at a clearing in the trees when Aniola decided to take a short rest. He went into the forest to find some berries, and came back after a few minutes with some roots and a handful of blueberries. They stored the roots in their bags, and whilst eating the berries, Aniola asked, "Do you remember the first time you went beyond the boundaries of the material world? That day when we were sitting at the table at the inn, where the landlord asked us to join hands?" Of course Shaoni remembered. How could he have forgotten the incredible feeling of love he had experienced for that girl, and the deep understanding he had felt for all of the people sitting around the table? The mere fact of Aniola recalling the experience to him made his heart sing with joy. Oh, what beauty seeing the girl back in his mind! How beautiful she was, as shining from within and surrounded by a warm light. How dearly he loved her. Shaoni had a smile on his face. His whole body relaxed as he closed his eyes and gently leaned backwards to lay down on the grass. The whole world seemed to be covered in a warm, all-embracing light. Shaoni felt how his whole being blended as he became one with the girl, how every single one of his cells sang and danced, filled with utter joy. Then he remembered the people sitting around the table. He recalled the way he had seen them back there, as bathed in this all-embracing light. So beautiful they were. In the light that surrounded them, Shaoni could see them as they really were, liberated from the many fears and the pain they had gathered around them. He could see their real essence, and see how in their essence they too were filled with joy. Shaoni felt ray after ray of pure ecstasy rushing through him. Aniola didn't have to ask how Shaoni was feeling. The feeling of joy and happiness literally radiated from his whole being. Shaoni felt as if the world was the most beautiful thing ever created, a world filled with people to love, a world in which he felt completely in balance. Shaoni wanted to stay with that feeling, but soon the wizard said, "Now, my boy, I would like you, in your mind, to go back to the day when we left that little town. Do you remember how you felt when the man hit the boy just as we left?" In his mind, Shaoni went back to that day. Immediately he felt his whole body went into a state of alert. He was angry with the man for hitting the boy. Angry with Aniola, too, for letting it happen. Angry even to the point of leaving the wizard. He remembered how he sat down by the side of the road, feeling completely abandoned, yet at the same time wanting to be left alone. All of these feelings came rushing back to him. He felt how his chest seemed to be squeezed, how his breath felt cut off, and all of his muscles tensed. He lost control, not only over his body, but over his emotions as well. By now he felt miserable, and just as he thought like saying, "How I hate this world," he realized the absurdity of it all. Suddenly, he understood. "How I hate this feeling," he said. At that very moment, The wizard came up to the boy and put a hand on his arm. Just a gentle stroke, but it was enough to wake Shaoni out of his nightmare. He felt tired, completely empty, confused. He knew that once again he had lost control. He looked at the wizard, not really knowing what to think of himself. "Can you see now how love feeds you whilst anger destroys? These are not just feelings. These are the feelings that govern your life. Today, however, I want you to go a step beyond. I want you to realize that these feelings not only bring you joy or sadness, they do not stop with you. The effects of your feelings radiate into the world around you and affect others as well. If you live your life whilst your heart is filled with love, then you create loving energy. This energy you then radiate into the world. People around you will feel it, whether they realize it or not, and they will react on it. If you doubt about it, just try it out and convince yourself." Shaoni was thinking back of the fairy godmother they visited a few months before. He remembered how the love emanating from this wonderful woman had radiated out to everything that lived and breathed around her. It made her house and the grounds around into a world of pure delight. He recalled the little bird flying over to him to sit on his hand. Shaoni remembered the feeling of love emanating from the bird. Then he recalled his own feelings. He wanted in turn to share this love, share it with the bird, share it with the whole of nature around. Shaoni suddenly realized that the essence of life was this creating energy called love, an energy that created and healed, an energy bringing joy into the hearts of the ones who gave, as well as in the hearts of the ones who received, healing both of them at the same time. He looked up at the wizard with a glow of understanding in his eyes. Yet, as so often before, the wizard already knew about the insight the boy had just experienced. "This happens all around and every day, my boy. Remember, however, that it is up to you to live in love, or in anger. Up to you to create and spread around this healing energy, or to block it off and emanate pain and sadness into the world. And also, never forget, my boy, whichever energy you create, it always reflects back to you." Shaoni heard the words as if in a dream. The feelings of his own anger and what it did to him jumped right back into his mind. "Never forget," the wizard went on, "it is a world of energy, constantly being created by the way you look at it." These last words just went a step too far for Shaoni. Once again, he wanted to be left alone to think things over. Only from afar he heard the wizard say, "Choose the easy path, my boy. Choose the path where the energy flows, and make your life, every minute of it, into a moment of sharing love." Later that evening, when all had gone quiet and a blanket of peace had unfolded over the world, the wizard came up to the boy and said, "Whatever happens to you in life, whatever the road you choose, whichever decisions you take, always try to follow this one rule. Do not judge, nor good nor bad. Just send your loving energy into the world and see what happens. Soon then you will realize that life only becomes meaningful when you look at it with a heart filled with love."